Hello, my name is Cristancho and I worked on proximity search for BreazeHome 4.0. So, what is BreazeHome? BreazeHome is a web application to provide property information, which means the main goal is to show people information about properties they are interested in. It's for buyers, renters, sellers, and realtors. The main goal of BreazeHome is to be simple and intuitive and actually very easy to use. Anyone that knows Zillow or other sites can use this website. So, what is the main problem? As you can see, the main problem is users want to find the best property in a location they care about. They also rarely know the full address of a property, especially in unfamiliar locations. But these users do know points of interest such as schools, malls, clubs, beaches, and movie theaters. So, how can we solve this problem? The solution is I implemented proximity search, which enables a user to search for properties near a location they actually care about. The search is also very flexible, which compensates for the wide variety of people that are out there. Users can search by zip code, they can search by city, they can search by address, they can search by points of interest, streets, or county. The search is also modular. You could combine what I said previously to make the search more refined. So if you only know the zip code and a point of interest, you can combine them both together and you can get a more refined search. So the current system, which is BreazeHome 3.0, there was no search engine implemented at all. You couldn't enter a query and you couldn't query the database. There was no proximity algorithm, which meant that you couldn't use the query to search for properties near a location you care about. There was no user interface for a search engine. You couldn't press enter the search, and you couldn't click the buttons to search, and you couldn't have an autofocus. In addition, the results map was not connected to the search results, so the map wouldn't change to where the properties were located. And also, autocomplete was not connected to the search engine. So, some requirements for my implementation is I needed to have a search engine core. I needed to have an area where the queries can be validated, where they can be sent to a behavior, and I just needed a place where you could take in queries, where you could validate the queries, and you could also execute those queries. I also needed a proximity search which can use those queries to find properties near them. And I also needed a results refinement search, which, let's say a user enters a query and he doesn't see the results that he likes, he can refine them in the results page by adding a new query in there. Also, I needed the results map to reflect where the properties are. After that, I needed to have the autocomplete connected to the search engine. There was an autocomplete before my implementation, but it wasn't connected to the search engine. I would also like a familiar user interface, which means any user that uses Google can actually use this product. You don't need to learn anything new to use our product. The implementation, the front end is in AngularJS, the back end is in Python and Django, the database is in Postgre, the environment is a VirtualBox and Linux running within the VirtualBox, and the tools that we use is Git for source code management and Selenium to test the interface. So let's start out a use case so we could show why this is valuable. Let's say you're a student that goes to FIU, but you're out of state. You don't know 17th Street, you don't know 117, you don't know any of the streets. All you know is you go to FIU. But let's say you want a property near FIU. How do you find properties near FIU without knowing the complete address? Well, first you would enter Florida International University. Notice that I didn't enter the full address. You just put Florida International University. And what this does is that it gets that query, attaches a coordinate to it, and then runs those coordinates to all the properties in the BreazeHome database, and then returns the properties near Florida International University. So here's the proximity search in action. It turns those coordinates into properties nearby. And right here, so far I put a 3-mile radius for the properties. So in summary, users usually don't know the full address of a property they're interested in, and we don't expect them to. We want the search to be as flexible as possible to reach a wide variety of users with a wide variety of backgrounds. Proximity search helps users find properties near places they like. This is very important. It's because a user has a location in his mind of what they want. You have to think about why users like certain locations. Some locations have really good elementary schools. Some locations have really good universities. Some locations have the workplace where the people are working. So location is always the first thing that a user has in their mind. So I would like them to find properties near a location they like. That increases the probability of a sale. The user interface was designed to be familiar. This was incredibly important to me. I didn't want a complex user interfaces. I just wanted to have one search bar so you could do everything easily. And that is it for the introduction video. If you have any questions, my name is Andrew Cristancho. My email is acris005@fiu.edu, and thank you for watching.